Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the differences between the iPad Pro 2018 and the iPad Pro 2020. As you can tell by the title, and probably the reason why you clicked this video. So let's just jump right into it. Yeah. So I took down some notes about the differences between the two iPads, and then I'm going to tell my personal similarities between the two. So yeah, I got a whole list down. The biggest one between these two is the size difference. I got the 11-inch and my dad has the 12.9-inch. So there is a reasonable sizing difference, and I really do like the 12.9-inch. Sometimes I wish I got this size, but at the same time, the 11-inch is so nice and small and portable, and I can comfortably hold it in my hand, read a book, I can write on it. I take so many notes, I do drawings and little graphics, and if you don't know, I just started a website where you can get some free graphics and different other things, so go check out my website after this video if you want. I mean, if you don't, no hard feelings, I just made it for fun. But this size is very nice. I mean, I have small hands, but I like to travel and bring this with me wherever I go, and it's just nice and small and portable. Where my dad's iPad is a 12.9-inch, and this is really nice for stationary work and keeping it kind of at the house. He got this for his business, so he's going to do mostly typing and scheduling on it. So he's not going to do many note-taking or writing or drawing, which is okay for him. I mean, why is he going to need to do that? He has no interest. But this is a perfect size for stationary work, like I said. Say I didn't do any drawings, or I did just a little bit and I just mostly did editing on my iPad, I probably would have got the size bigger. But since I knew I wanted to carry this around with me wherever I went, I got the good old 11-inch. The next little difference between the two is the weight. So the 11-inch 2018 iPad Pro is 1.03 pounds, and the 12.9-inch 2020 is 1.41 pounds. And I looked at the other weights, and I think the 12.9-inch for the 2018 was like 1.38 pounds. So there's not that much of a weight difference between the 2018 12.9 and the 2020 12.9-inch. The weight isn't that much different. The only difference is the sizing. It's obviously going to be heavier. So keep that in mind. This is very light, portable, like I've been saying. The next thing is the Bionic Chip. I don't know much about it. I kind of looked into it just before this video, but I still don't have a super clear idea of what it is. But the 11-inch 2018 has the A12X Bionic Chip, and the 12.9 has the A12Z Bionic Chip, or the 2020 12.9. And I heard that there's not much difference between the X and the Z, and that when the Apple comes out with the 13, like the A13 or something, that's gonna make the reasonable difference between it. So if you're looking at Bionic chips, if you're into that much techie stuff, there really isn't a difference between the two. So the next difference is the video quality. The 11-inch 2018 has 4K at 60 frames per second and 720p at 240 frames per second. And then for the 2020 12.9, it's 4K at 60 frames per second or 1080p at 240 frames per second. I don't know if you're really into that, but it's pretty much just saying that this camera is a little bit better than this camera. And that is our next thing, is the camera differences. Obviously you can see the difference. This has one lens, this has two lenses. The iPad Pro 2018 lens is a 12 megapixel wide lens. That's it. It's got no LiDAR, and that's pretty much just it for this. The one lens, no big deal. Who really films on their iPads anyways, unless that's your only way of filming for a video, say you're getting into it and you only have money for an iPad because you can edit and film on it and upload it, if you're doing that, then I would get the 2020 because that's got a 12 megapixel wide lens, 10 megapixel ultra wide lens, and LiDAR. I'm pretty sure LiDAR is for like VR stuff, so if you're into that, get the 2020. But like I was saying, there's not much, like you don't really need to film on your iPad unless that's your only way to create videos or content, then get the big one. The 2018 iPad Pro has 4 gigabytes of RAM for all of the devices except for the 1 terabyte that has 6 gigabytes of RAM. And for the 2020, it has 6 gigabyte of RAM for all models. So whatever storage size you get, you'll get 6 gigabytes of RAM with it, and then with the 2018, between 64 and like maybe it's 500 something. The one before 1 terabyte, you only get 4 gigabytes of RAM, and then when you get 1 terabyte, you get 6 gigabytes. I don't know much about that either. I heard it's just for like temporary storage. So if you're gonna be doing a ton of video editing on your iPad, either get the 1 terabyte or get the 2020, where you can get 6 gigabytes of RAM for all of it. I'm not sure how much difference it makes. I have my big computer that I do a lot of editing on. I'll just do editing on this for on the go. Yeah, so it doesn't really make much of a difference to me personally. And then the other difference that I had to look up just to get some like actual real information, not just stuff off the top of my head. The 2018 iPad Pros start at 64 gigabytes. I mean, I don't know anyone who gets 64 gigabytes unless you're like getting it for your kid who doesn't need much storage. But I have the 256 gigabytes. And the 2020 iPad Pro starts at 128 gigabytes. 2018 iPad starts at 64. 2020 iPad starts at 128. That's not really a big difference because it's kind of, I don't know what I'm saying anymore because I didn't really look that much into it. The other final like big difference is the pricing. So I got my iPad refurbished because the Apple website doesn't sell 2018 anymore. So I got mine for around $670-ish. But you can get the 2018 from Best Buy still and on Amazon, I think, for the original pricing that it was. I think it's starting at $799. Where this iPad, the one my dad got, was the 12.9-inch display starts at $999. So there's a hefty price difference. This starting at $799, this starting at $999. So it's all up to you what you want to spend. But personally, it seems the same to me. There's not that great of a difference. Maybe this is a little bit faster. The better camera, obviously, but like I said, unless you are doing all of your content creating on your iPad, get the better lens. You might need it. But I really like the 11-inch because, like I said, it's nice to hold in the hand. It's easy to use and just throw in your bag. Well, not throw, but like put it in your bag, bring it wherever you're going, just to have it with you. Super small, super portable. I love it. And then this, yes, you can hold it in your hand. It still feels really nice, but it's kind of like the iPhone, if you know what I'm saying. You can get the smaller one, and it's nice to use with just your one thumb, but you can also get like the Max and like the bigger ones, and it gets a little bit harder to use with just one hand. So where this iPad, I feel like I have to hold it with this hand and use my fingers. Where this iPad, I can just use my thumbs, swipe. So that is going to be it. Let me double check my list one last time to make sure I covered everything. Yeah, I think that's everything. If you found this video helpful and helped you decide what iPad to buy, please give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I'm going to try and do more Apple technology videos and reviews and updates and like, yeah, so I have my own Magic Keyboard coming, and once I get that, I'll do like my productivity with it and how I find it useful. So yeah, that's it. My camera's blinking red again. Like I said, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.